Well, oh my goodness gracious. What did we just witness? Just a roller coaster of emotions. Bears are now winners in 5 of their last 6 games as they beat Joe Flacco and the Bengals 47-42. Tina Nguyen, Pat the designer, Chris Kwiecinski, former Bears QB Jim Miller. These guys are, you guys can see, trying to gather themselves after this win. What did we just witness in that fourth quarter? Because they were up at one point, 2 scores. Tremaine Edmonds' pick 6 completely wiped off the board, right? Bengals scored, went for 2. They recovered the onside kick, and the Bears were in jeopardy of losing this game, but they end up winning. Jim, reaction?
My reaction is special teams. You know, I kind of thought it was going to be a high-scoring game with just how poorly the Cincinnati Bengals defense was playing, but never in my mind did I think Cincinnati would start this game with a kick return for a touchdown by Charlie Jones, and then of course the onside kick that goes off the foot of who was it? I believe Daniel that put him in harm's way, in jeopardy. Defensively, yeah, I think it says a lot where the Bears are. The lack of pass rush in the secondary, and it may be in the Bears' best interest to go out and get a corner before the trade deadline, because when you give up 495 yards, and I think Flacco had over 400 is what he had. One of the two have to be addressed: the pass rush and obviously a secondary player with all the injuries that the Bears have had. I never in my mind thought it would come down to special teams play and the defense playing as poorly as what it did. But the Bears offense, that's what Bears fans should be happy about. This is what they needed. This Bears offense needed to do what they did today, because that is a high-scoring offense, and I think the Bears' offense answered the bell. It's just all the other, it was like Lemony Snicket's, a series of unfortunate events, I think is what unfolded.
Yeah, Joe Flacco today threw for 470 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I was sweating there at the end of that game. You guys were running around freaking out, well, but okay. Now that we've kind of come down a little bit, give me your thoughts.
I don't even know if I can say I've composed myself. But listen, this was a game where you knew the offense was going to have to step up. You knew that they were going to have to make big plays. And I think this comes down to Caleb Williams at the end of the game when the team needed him to step up the most, ripping that ball to Colston Loveland. That's the kind of quarterback. When you talk about what did you draft this guy #1 overall for, that right there is what you drafted this young man #1 overall for. And it takes time for you to get there. And there's going to be a lot of people that say you should do this versus this defense. This is a Bengals defense that, listen, as much as Joe Flacco got on us today, we got our own back today as well. But the offense, how Jim pointed out, the offense stepped up. The run game was phenomenal. Kyle Monangai, welcome to the NFL, young man. And in the moment you needed a player to make a play the most, Caleb Williams was there for this Chicago Bears team, ripping it to Colston Loveland. This is the ultimate Ryan Poles draft day celebration to me, right? Like, this is the culmination of all of my picks coming together to help me win a game.
Yeah, Bears scoring 47 points today, the most they've scored since September 2018 against Tampa. Chris, what'd you like about this team today, especially the offense?
I liked Caleb Williams. The last couple weeks, we've been talking about, is this going to be the guy? Is this the guy that's going to be the quarterback to break the quarterback curse in Chicago? In the last couple weeks, we haven't been able to say we moved in that direction, that we could definitively say he's the guy. Today we could. Today we could go out there and definitively say, like, we moved in that direction, even if it was just marginally, even if it was just a little bit. We moved in that direction with no turnovers, with a game-winning touchdown. We're talking about, Jim mentioned this before the show, outside of the 3 and out, this offense is basically flawless. Yeah. We're talking about a team that, for the first time in 9 years, went over 500 yards of offense. The last time was September 9th, 2016, against the Indianapolis Colts, a game that they lost when Brian Hoyer was quarterback, mind you. Shout out to Roger for that stat, too. This was a team that needed to score today. I remember seeing this game early on in the schedule, thinking, hey, that could be a real shootout there. Yeah. I mean, this is like a Wild West rattlesnake type shootout. The Bears somehow came out on top. I think it's really disconcerting to think about the special teams, which at the beginning of the season was not a problem spot. But now the last couple of weeks we're thinking, this is rough. There's a lot of things, a lot of questions you got to look at. But look, a win is a win, and the reason they won is because of Caleb Williams.